It's time. I get up. Lose a focus. Come on, be a good girl. Gonna stay focused. Opportunities.
Ngikhulekile ekhaya lama-hustler, nini enhlezi niphanda, nini enisebenza ngamandla, nini eningalahle ithemba. Hawu, ngabe ngiyivula ngey'thakazelo, sanibonani selithi all ma-hustlers, igama uMepile Shumo, Shesa, Smart Mampara, Super Tsatsansa, ubhuti yangichaza bafethu, uyazi ngeSpani bafethu siyakhuthaza, ubuvile siyabukhathaza. Yini nasendigigitheka manje, ngiyanikitaza. Nazi la ekhaya bafethu sihlala sikhombisa abantu ukuthi bangahlanganisa kanjani iy'mpilo zabo. Namuhla ke sinikhombisa ke umkhakha we-boilermaking, nomuntu ofisa ukuba i-junior technician khona laphana ke e-resolution circle bafethu. Ukinile ke usisi ozikhulisela ingane yakhe ayedwa ngoba ke walahlekelwa abantu besilisa empilweni yakhe. Ngikhuluma ke ngobaba bakhe, ngisho nomkhulu wakhe, ngisho nengane yomntanakhe eyagcwala amathafa. Kodwa usisi uthi yena ke uzoba umama nobaba wekhaya lakubo. Njengoba ke simbona ke afuna ke ungena kumkhakha ovamise ukuthi obe nabantu besilisa abaningi. Ake simvakashele ngakubo simbuze ukuthi sisters zishani.
That's when Ninkutlisa would look out, go home crying. They say it gets better with time, but not really. Hi, ke nna Keneilwe Ntwagae. Mo mathomong ne ke feel okare ke ha o le thata ke give up, but ke ithuta hore bophelo ha bona ka moso. Santse re ithute ho rata di family tsa rena, rate batho ba ile re ba ka mo bophelong ba rena. Se ke story saka e tla. I started realizing that I'm different. I think I was in grade 2, grade 3. Generally, I grew up very thin. I had tonsils and stuff, so I get dijo. Then I remove the tonsils, saka, di kodu. That's when I bona hore white again. You know, they make fun of you regularly about swing. You know how ruthless kids can be. So that's when Ninkutlisa would look out, go home crying. You know, sometimes how I go, or why am I like this? Even now, I still get comments. You know, the comments, it's a lot of comments actually. So, and not only from kids, by Lorin, you'd expect Urbana or your peers to bully you, your weight, but even also old people. Hey, you know, it was a spirit how, in a way.
Naka mohaine ke molela hore ka moela ka mokho o leng ngwanake, and then we pela fatse ka mokho modimo o fileng ka teng. Ha ile hore wena melo o ka so batlo tlo phela bokete wa mohele melo ke ne ile hore o tlo khona ho tswela pele ka botshelo o lokuluhile. And then sa botlhoka se o ka se dira ngwana ya nong ke sa hore fela apara diaparo tse ile hore o bona hore ha o di apere di khona o tsamaelana le mmelo hao. And then no hato wa ngwana ka boitshepo ka tshaba sepe.
Relationship with my grandfather, le papa, nearly a father figure, a friend. There's nothing alluring you wouldn't feel like you can tell him. My grandfather, in 2015, started getting sick. Alwala, he was in hospital. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. He passed away on the 26th of April. Oh, it was a very difficult time for me because you know how much alwala, regardless of family, you always have that hope. Yeah, moto one day will make it. They say it gets better with time, but not really.
Mo ho nna ke le kukwa ke neilwe ke bona ka re ke tlo pallwa ke bophelo o ka re le nna e la me le fule gaufi ka re ntse te o robetse ka bona re ke ntwenyana hore le nna ke robale mo Keneilwe ra leka ho bua le yena ka fa hae ngwana o la o bile wiki hore re be re felle re mo a ile ko a ka lebelelwang motlhalwanyo gore santse tekanetse na.
Two months or so after my grandfather, after Papa tlhokofala, malume a ka le ena o bile a tlhokofala, moratho wa bom. So that one really caught us by surprise because o phela o utlwa hore mafu ka mo motseng mafu a latelana. So you never expected to read dirahale mo heng. So I was shocked. I was in disbelief. It took nako e ntse hore ke digest hore what happened so fast. How can it be Modimo? Why? You know, all of those questions because you busy umona and then olena wa tlhokofala ya. So it was something alluring. I was still took me a long time hore ke digest or udirahala eng. I was very numb at that time. So 2017 I get a call ya hore my grandfather, my paternal Rakhulaka Melaha Baba passed away. So Ravabuluka, same day. You know, lana nung sansonal that disbelief ya hore yang. So unfortunately it happened. And Gadwela on hore Modimo aga still feel something that you can't handle. What's about you strong and you can face it. And how or why me? If not when, then who? So get the relay electrical and then with a bit of electronics. So yeah, got 2010 I completed, 2011 we call it graduating. And I graduated. I think it was the 6 of us. I was the only girl when I graduated. At time Baba finished saying the course in record time. I ke fetsa the theoretical side yaka go Val. I needed training practically. I didn't know anything about resolution circle. I just knew it was a company UJ. I found it more internet when I was applying, but I'm a P1 student, so I applied for it. Now I get training yaka my P2 ko resolution circle, so by invited for an interview to assess me for a position junior technician ko resolution circle team. It will provide a SABC for UJ.
Keneilwe ka moso ha o ya ke tlo bolela Keneilwe hore ka moso ha o ya interview bolela nnete se se leng mo pelong ya hao maikaelelo a hao ka bophelo ba hao and then o dire ka nnete ka mokgwetlabeng o bua le bona mo interview ka hore o ka se felelletse ditaba tsa hao sentle ngwa bua tse ile hore wena o ka se di dire o tlo fella o le o sena mo emeng.
Getting this position, it will increase tata when it comes to studying further. As house studies are further, they actually give you a discount they pay half of your fees. So it will actually help you further your studies. So it will help a lot. So our internship program is the one that actually gives a lot of, sorry. Interviewing Yaga. I'm a bit nervous. Guys, wish me luck.
Good morning, Keneilwe, and welcome to your interview at Resolution Circle. Thank you for your application for the junior technician position. Just to tell you a little bit about what Resolution Circle does, we focus more on training and we bridge the skills gap in training. So we do training on a large scale and we have two elements of training. We have our commercial training where we focus on PV solar training and fiber optic training. And then we have our internship training. So we offer the P1, P2 work integrated learning training. Now with these two types of training that we do, the commercial training and the internship training, which one appeals more to you and why?
Firstly, thank you for having me. The one that appeals to me, it has to be the internship training. As I've been in it, you learn more. There's 6 disciplines that we get involved in our P1, which involves automation, boilermaking, fitting and turning, electronic, and the electrical workshop. So our internship program is the one that actually gives a lot of, sorry.
I'm really fascinated by what you've just mentioned now regarding the trades that you have learned during your period of training here with us. So which of the trades that mostly interested you?
I'd say mostly it's my background, what I've studied, which is electrical workshop, but then the one that fascinated me more has to be boilermaking, as it's out of my comfort zone. It's something which I never thought I would do. And usually we thought it's for men, but women can do it too. So it was very fascinating and out of my comfort zone.
In your opinion or knowledge, what makes a good boilermaker? After all, you've mentioned that you've been through that workshop and you've learned a few tricks in terms of how to be a boilermaker.
I think one of the qualities that you should be a hardworking woman. As I've mentioned, it's really hard to be a boilermaker and you're competing in a man's world. So you have to be hardworking, determined. You should have perseverance and also patience. I think patience is the one that goes hand in hand, because as you do arc welding and then it doesn't go to plan and you have to start over again, you have to be persistent to reaching whatever goal that you want to reach when performing a task.
Fantastic, that's great. Keneilwe, we're looking at contributing towards the South African economy by bridging the skills gap. As you all know that there's a lot of scarce skills. But how will you contribute towards the building of our economy in this country by what you have learned in this 12 months period of your training?
I would say in the economy, it will come whereby you don't have only one general skill, but you have a broad set of skills whereby you can contribute. You're not only going to contribute in your field, but also other fields as well.
Keneilwe, the next part of this interview will be a practical component. You will be coupled with a mentor and you will be requested to execute a few tasks. And depending on how you execute those tasks, no pressure, that'll then help Sibusiso and myself to decide on the outcome of your interview. So, all the best.
Mo ho na le maikemisetso le tsela ya tholahala. Keneilwe o na le kelello e bulehileng seo se tla mo thusa go lwantsha diphephetso tsa hae. Tse ngata re tla di bona matsohong a hae. Ho kena lekaleng lena o hloka le hae ka ba grade 9. Di tharo ditsela tsa ho dumella hore o be artisan. Ya pele ke apprenticeship. Yona e tla ho nka 18 months ho ya le 4 years. Ke contract e le pakeng tsa hao le mohiri. Ha se o qetile o tla ngola trade test
gore o qualify go latele learnership yona e ka go nka dilemo di le 3 e na le theory e na le practical baithuti mona ba fumana botsebi ntse le ba le dikwetlisong di-TVET college ba na le di-program tsa 3 years le bona mo o tla fumana national certificate ya vocational ma-hustlers o ska nyatsa boqalo bo bonyane ke mo dintho tse kgolo di qalang teng go ya ka pono ya hao ha o kgathaletse gore o qala kae se se tla o finyelletsang le borogo la teng ke discipline ya hao.
My name is Winston Lawrence. I'm an artisan, qualified Boilermaker artisan. I've been in the industry for the last 15 years, and today I'm going to be Keneilwe's mentor.
Open it so that I can take this out. So, I'm nervous.
Hustlers silizwileke ibali lakhe ke uKeneilwe bafethu intokazi ibufesile ubunzima obukhulu empilweni yakhe kodwa manje iyimisele ukunikeza ngakonke enakho to put food on the table for umndeni wakhe nengane yakhe njoba ke afuna ke ukuba i-junior technician boilermaker khona lapha ke e-resolution circle bafethu intokazi izohamba lapha yenza umsebenzi kodwa manje sokusikhathi ukuthi nina niqashe phansi kwamatafula njoba ke nginikeza ke i-word jumble nginikeze ke amahluzi amabini oku-E no D ngiphinde futhi nginitshele ukuthi le gama esilifunayo indlela ke yokuhlanganisa izinsimbi ngaphandle ke kokusebenzisa i-glue. That was a clue by the way. Uma uyazi impendulo ngena lapha ku Twitter na ku Facebook uthumele yakho impendulo kodwa asambe ke siyobona ke intokazi ishaya itask yakhe yokuqala bafethu. So let me cut this short. Siyobona ke intokazi doing some cutting.
Yo, bro.
Welcome to the task 1. What I'm expecting from you is I'm going to look at your measuring techniques and your finishing, okay, of those components. You need to measure and mark the components and cut it accordingly to the drawing sizes and measurements. Okay?
Okay, cool, let's do it.
Okay, thank you. This is the drawing. You have to build the cafeteria table. These are all the specifications that you need to take into consideration. Okay?
So the first thing I'm going to do is to interpret these drawings and then from there to do measurements so that I can cut.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to start here with a round tube, with the rectangular tube
Yes.
to cut it.
Yes.
And then here the length is 325.
Yes.
And I'm going to start measuring so that I can cut 4 of them out.
Okay.
Before cutting my rectangular tube, I'm going to start by putting, safety comes first. So I'm going to put on my earplugs. I'm going to also put on my gloves for the sparks. And then I'm going to put on my goggles.
Okay. Those are your PPE.
I've been underestimated a lot because in our industry, like we climb things and all those things. So you get comments, so like to that point, you know. But either way, it's just words. So when you have to believe in yourself and just do it. So sometimes they are but then people talk, they have comments. Yes, but you have to pull through them and then the way you go it. I'm going to use a grinder to cut the rectangular tube.
As a Boilermaker, there's a couple of characteristics that one should have. Number 1, you should be responsible. Number 2, you should look at the safety aspect in the workplace. Punctuality is very important. That means you need to keep time in consideration at all times.
So I've cut out the piece.
Okay. Now the next task on your marking sheet, you need to transfer an angle to the unequal square tubing, right?
Oh, this is the vice grip. I'm gonna
Bench vise.
I mean bench vise. I'm gonna I'm gonna open it so that I can take this out. So I'm nervous.
Can we?
I was nervous in task one. It was very long, so I had to recap those skills again. So it was outside my comfort zone. So I'm gonna put this here.
Insert this part.
And I'm gonna insert this part. I'm gonna grind again. It's not my.
Yeah, you just cut.
It's nice and tight, and then I'm gonna cut again. In my family, since there has been a lot of mafu and so forth, I haven't gotten like past it. I'm not gonna lie and say it's easy. It's not easy. I think of them. Like the events they mean a lot in my life. I think balleting, you know, all those things. So it's not something you just get over. It takes time, and missing a person will always be there. I understand. So I think it's hard. It's hard. I think sometimes I cry, and then but one lesson that it taught me, life is short. I should appreciate people. I should appreciate my family. I should love them, and whatever chance I get,
Keneilwe, this is your second component or your second part of the cafeteria table. I need you to cut 5 millimeter off. It's slightly too long.
No. Let me just turn it. Okay. Turn it this side. Okay, so now I'll be using a curve marker to make the lines. I hold this side tight, and then I'll be making the lines all the way through.
I don't think there's any restriction for a woman to become a boilermaker. Out of my own experience, I used to work with a lady welder. A lady who was a welder. Was a very good welder. Okay, but right now I don't think there's any restrictions for a lady or a woman to become a boilermaker.
The women in my life actually shaped me into who I am right now because of, let's say, like my grandmother was very strict, but at the same time very encouraging and supportive, especially academically. So that's when they'd have faith in you, like, you know. So you have that thing, you know what, I have to be like, you know, so that's the way they shape you. They shape you to believe that, you know what, I can do better, I can go beyond the limits, I'm good.
This is the end of your task 1. You did meet all the specifications, all the drawing sizes, and I'm happy. Cool.
Mesebetsing kaofela hona le di-fundamentals tse leng re tlameha go di etsa mona go measura le go khatha ke dintho tse leng o tlameha go di nepa go ba boilermaker go kosa mmele ene hape o hloka matla a gore o etse mosebetsi tshebediso ya di-tools gore o be technical le go lokela godimo ga moo e hlophise go tseba go sebeletsa hole le hae tshebediso ya metšhini ene hape le melao ya polokego mahustlers sengwe le sengwe se o batlang go ba sona ha e ka ba o tiisitse ene o na le tšhisagallo ya teng wa tlameha gore o ikemisetse go lefela ditlhoko tsa go ba seo.
Can I change the helmet, please?
Yeah.
It's still dark.
Look at this one. Sorry,
I
gents.
can't see in here.
Sorry. Keneilwe, welcome to task 2. I want you to assemble the structure for me according to the specifications on the drawings. I need you to do a bit of welding. Welding is a process that we join two or more metals together. And you need to clean the welding as well afterwards.
Before welding, I'm just going to remove things from here. So now I'm going to use this rod to support this one to here according to the specifications. So I'm going to put it just here.
Check your lines. Check your lines.
So I just need to check if my lines are straight. And then here we go. So now I'm going to start with the welding.
Okay. Relax, relax, please relax.
Oh, this one
No,
just
it's no, yeah, just like that. Then you do this. Just strike it once. Just here, on the tip. Look here. Okay, that's it. Then you will do it. You can do it. I'm sure you can.
Wait, it's still a bit dark in here.
All right.
Why is it taking time to show?
It's fine.
Let me do this. It's still dark inside. Okay, can I change the helmet, please?
Yeah.
It's still dark.
Look at this one. Sorry,
I can't
gents.
see in here.
Sorry.
The part whereby I couldn't see, it was a bit annoying. At the same time, I was like, what's happening? Mudimu, how I take a welder? Is it a sign? You know? So, but eventually I just changed the helmet and then it was fine. Into e ke e ratang most ka mmereko ke go interact le batho. You get to learn different languages. We tutor how deal with different personalities. So I think it grows you as a person. O learn out lots about the limits tsa hao, tolerance ya hao mo bathong. So You teach yourself, you root up patience as well. So yeah.
So this part has already been taken in position.
Okay.
Can you please come move over and then you can take the other one, or you can do it that side. How I get into the boilermaking industry is that was a decision that I've made many years ago, because for me personally, boilermaking is very fascinating. Reason for that, you can do many things with a lot of profiles, and it's all about your imagination. So for me, it's not something boring. For me, it's actually a very challenging job.
So now I'm going to take the other part.
Okay, thank you, Keneilwe. It's wonderful. All right, so now your part is already been tacked together. So you just now have to weld the top part according to the specifications of the welding. Okay, just give us the one run there and a nice one run on the top.
Mama Tomong, I didn't really have body issues, but then as time went on, as I started growing up, I started being bullied and stuff. So I started becoming very like self-conscious. Now you see, I'm a bit bigger than the other kids or so forth. So my self-esteem, way. But you know, I'm grateful. As I said, I'm grateful for my family. My mom, I encourage Alena, you look beautiful, like all of us more high, fully figured. So you look beautiful. And then I learned if I do not love myself, who else is gonna love me for who I am actually. So the more confidence I bloom and as the more I think people feel threatened by confidence, how it had. I think it threatens some people. Okay, you actually love yourself for who you are. You wouldn't have yourself any way different.
Keneilwe, I need you to put the last components. Okay, so you need to rotate the pipe clockwise first. Okay.
So now I'm going to turn the pipe clockwise so that I can finish off the other two rods. So now I'm going to rotate it anti-clockwise. Yes.
Personally, my opinion on the welding was the technique that she wasn't using the right technique. She suffered a bit in terms of how to tack the different components together. This is the end of your task 2. Now we should move on to the task 3.
Keneilwe go ngata go a tlameng go ithuta o tlameya go tlosa letshogo a be comfortable and hape a itshepe gore a tsebe go etsa mosebetsi ona go ba boilermaker go ka go bulela menyetla ya go specialize o ka etsa rigging, welding, fitting, installation mafapeng a tshwanang le a di construction a di fofane a di kepe le di mining je ka ha rena le dingaka tsa mefuta rena le di engineer tsa mefuta le bona ba emedi ba mefuta le mona bo fela jwalo ma hustlers katlego ke thulwana ya mamello ya hao e o iphethang ka mehla.
Eish, lo mntana uyashisa ma hustlers. hayi kanjalo awuthi-ke ngikhipha amazaza bafethu akusimfeshini ngivikela amehlo ami ukuthi angachoshwa ngisho ney'nkophe namashiya angashi njengoba-ke simbona-ke uKeneilwe bafethu aqhumisa iy'nhlanzi laphana-ke ahlanganisa iy'nsimbi kodwa umbuzo ukuthi ngabe uyakwazi ukuhlanganisa igama laphana-ke kuwe-jumble awuthi-ke nginikeze one more clue which is the letter L. Let's hope that our girl doesn't catch an L but a W. Konke lokho kuyenzeka emva kwekhefu merabera ka mollo man ke re go a fisa ra fufulelwa a ke renke papatso re itshware ka senyama go.
Keneilwe, I'm satisfied with the finishing. Keneilwe, I'm satisfied with the finishing. You know? Okay, Keneilwe, this is the beginning of task 3. What I'm expecting from you is to clean all the welding runs, removing all the slack by make use of the grinder. And then after that, we're going to take the end product to the powder coating bay for painting.
So now I'll be doing the finishing on the runnings using a grinding machine. So now I'll be rotating the pipe so that I can do the other sides. I think in this industry, when you're a woman, you do have to do more sometimes, yes. Because there's certain things that only men can do. So for when we do it perfectly, you have to prove yourself, because just like driving, if Masadi has taken you understand. So it's the same thing, lemo fieldy. You know, how you learn to massage.
Keneilwe, I'm satisfied with the finishing. Keneilwe, I'm satisfied with the finishing, you know. Okay, and it looks good. So the final part now, we have to take it out for powder coating. Okay. Oh, it mustn't broke.
There you go.
Personally, I do feel that I'm making a difference because about the acknowledgement that I get from my past students. They should always come to me and say, Mr. Lawrence, I really appreciate what you do for me, and about the skill that you transferred to me, I can now use it outside the industry. Hi Keneilwe, this is the final and last task for today. I want you to powder coat it. I want you to apply some electric static powder on top, but you need to make sure that you cover all these confined spaces, right? After that, you're going to put it in an oven, which already been heat up for about 10-15 minutes, and then after that, you're going to take it out and put it in the inspection bay. Okay, but I want you to do it very safely. Okay?
Right. So now what I'm going to do is apply the powder coating. I'm going to put my mask on, and I'm going to ask you to also put your mask on. So this basically is a powder coating plant. So what I'm going to do, it's on, the machine is on. I'm just going to apply powder.
Keneilwe, this looks fine to me. Seems like you did cover all the confined spaces. So now we have to move it into the oven. Okay? All right.
So now what I'm going to do is take this out. I never pictured myself as a single mom. Okay, I think no one ever pictures themselves as a single mom. Raising another human being, taking care and being responsible for someone else. So one of the difficulties that you face as being a mother, like now when I go home, constantly, you're tired and all that, but you know, you have to put another being first. Even if you're tired, like we color till, I don't know, midnight. And most of the time I sleep with a pen in my hand. So it's doing what the other person wants you to do. You learn to play with the cars. It's a bit challenging raising a boy because I learned to be good at certain things like cutting his hair. I do it properly, on point. So it's a challenge because even you are getting to know yourself. You're getting to know your limit of patience, your limit where you can break. So, but then again, the joy is, you know, kids have a way of uplifting your spirit. When you're feeling sad, you know, they just come up to you and hug you and say, "Kene, I love you." You know, those words from a young person, it means the world. So, yeah. So now I'm going to close the oven. There we go. So we're going to bake it for like 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, personally, I think why a lot of fully figured women lack confidence is because of society. Things that are being told, or because they're big, they're not attractive, they're ugly. But these days, I see them standing up for themselves, which makes me proud. There's a lot of websites that encourage women to be proud of themselves, the way they are, their body shapes. They discourage body shaming. So I should say, okay, mostly, why they lack, why us fully figured or why we lack confidence is because of society, the words that are taught, so that are spoken to us. Now we're not worth it, we're not the ideal wives, and you know, those kind of things. Yeah. So now our 10 minutes is done, so I'm just gonna open to see.
You can just see on this side here. Yes, it looks fine. Yes, I'm happy, I'm satisfied. This was the end of task 3. You can move on.
Welcome back, Keneilwe.
Thank you.
How did the practical interview go?
It went well. It was a bit challenging, but it went well.
So what was the most part that you enjoyed?
The part that I enjoyed, I'd say welding. The welding part, it was a bit, as I said, it was challenging, but it was okay.
Keneilwe, Sibusisa and I have met with your mentor, Winston Lawrence, and he's given us some feedback on your practicals. But before we go into the feedback, do you have any questions for us?
One question that I have is, should I get the position, what would be my duties as a junior technician?
Okay, it's quite much clear because what we have in mind is that you will be working, of course, with an artisan that is experienced in the field so that you gain more exposure in terms of how to do your job effectively. So you will be an assistant junior technician within the field of boilermaking. So we will gladly actually have someone of your caliber there.
With that being said, we did meet with your mentor, as I did mention to you, and the feedback, well, there is a little bit room for improvement, but we can work with that. Overall, you did pretty well. So we are pleased to inform you that Keneilwe, you are successful for the junior technician position. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Well done. Welcome to Resolution Circle.
How do you feel?
I feel, I don't know, I'm speechless, but I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Ah, that is wonderful.
Okay, welcome once again.
Thank you. So guys, ke thabile ke greile mmereko ana no I'll be able to ke tswele pele ka dithuto tsaka ke thuse le ko hae. So actually hard work does pay off. So to all the hustlers, presser, pusher, sa, panda.
Well done Keneilwe. Re ithutile ka wena re tlameya go hulwa ke ditoro tsa rona ha e go timetswa ke mo re tswang teng. Potso ya rona ya beke ena e tswa ko Ayanda. A re yena o na le takatso ya go ba locksmith. Di locksmith ke batho ba kgonang go notlolla ba sa sebedise dinotlolo tsa teng. Ba etsa dinotlolo, ba ya lokisa and hape ba ya lokela. Wena o hloka grade 10. Ba na le di modules tse tharo. O tla re ha o di qeta wa etsa di practicals tsa hao ka tlase ga a qualified locksmith. Go tloga mo o tla ngodisa le association ya teng gore o be qualified. E kopanye le association ya bona go fumana go ngata go qala batla mosebetsi wa nakonyana teng mo ene bua le tse ding di locksmith ha e ka ba gona le go sa utlwang hopola o checkela Facebook le yona website ya rona ke emetse ya hao potso.
Intokazi yethu bafethu had nerves of steel bafethu yakhipha konke enakho and laid all her cards on the table for abantu balaphana ke resolution circle bafethu ukuthi bawabone khona manje she has a job offer on the table. Now she can sit back and relax because she already made the table. Sithalala kwena ntokazi bafethu uyibambe kanjalo uyibambe iqine. Speaking of which sosikhathi ukuthi manje nginikeze impendulo khona laphana ku word jumble. Igama kade silifuna yi welder. Abantu ke abashiselela insimbi. Umithule ngithi uyinsimbi akugobeki. Uma ungathola ngithi better luck next time. Mina ngumfana wamntambo sengiphuma kanje ngidonsa zonke intambo bafethu ngithi ahlangane khona lapha ku Twitter na ku Facebook and also on YouTube. Yohlezi ngikutshela ngithi don't look down, look up and stay up and always be on top like a tablecloth.